Hello everyone, welcome back to Basingstoke Rags to Riches. The preseason is over, so let's go ahead and look around, shall we? So, as you can see, we had a pretty decent preseason, had losses against teams we expected to lose against, all Premier League sides. We beat the championship sides, surprisingly, so Middlesbrough, Ipswich, beat them pretty handily, beat some foreigners as well, and it was all in all really solid preseason here. We got some cash from it. Worked out pretty good. For League One this year, we are starting our game against Charlton away. Our first of the new year will be also against Charlton at home. Supposedly, we'll see how that changes in the future. And our end of the season will be against Millwall away. Also, Southend. Interesting. Our first match in the Capital One Cup is home against Torquay. And that should be pretty interesting going forward, seeing how the entire season will go ahead and play out here. Looking at the squad, things have definitely changed. So Oliver Davies wanted to leave. He wanted to go to New York City Football Club. However, they did not actually want to buy him. They retracted their offer, but he still wanted to leave the club to go to a better division. So we ultimately sold him. Brought in a new goalkeeper. He's about as good as Davies was. Leandro Casapieri. He's not terrible, 26 years old, Italian goalkeeper. We'll see how that plays out. We have Michel Soma in for Zach Jules. Zach Jules went to go play for Reading. Went back to his parent club to play for him. We also have Mitch Hancock bringing in on the left side. Left side's generally been very disappointing, so here's hoping he'll do better than everyone else in the last 4 or 5 years that have played in that position. They've all disappointed. Mitch Hancock, let's see if you do any better. We still have Louis Thompson, of course. Brought in Abdul Razak as a mid-center. Looking forward to using him primarily as a backup, but he's all right. In the offense, we have David Clarkson, 34 years old. He's given a 1-star rating largely because of his physicality. However, put him in front of the net, and I think he'll do a great job for us. He is a backup. He's also a part-time under-18s coach, I believe. So he's looking to wind down his career. And in the meantime, I'm looking to hopefully utilize his mental attributes and really make a solid effort up front. On our subs right now, we also have Andrzej Modik, new player, very solid. If we go ahead and put him in, switch around, there you go. You can see he's very, very good. Very good combo there. Still have Noor Hussein this year. Happy to hold on to him for another year. Roberto Rodriguez, we brought over from, I believe, also Reading. He's a very solid attacking midfield right, on par with Cito. So here's hoping that he does a solid job. Another striker we have, 11, however you say that last name, Cheldizel, I don't know. He's from Georgia, the country, Georgia, by the way, for you Americans. He's from the country, Georgia. Looks like a pretty decent striker all around, given a pretty solid star rating of 2. But he replaces Tunkara, who I am not impressed with at all this season. The last season. And sitting in our reserves here, we actually have extra players to put in our reserves. I'm so happy. Roberto Piero, 3-star defender center. Comes out to be 3.5 stars when we put him in the actual position. So looking forward to having him. Ollie Lee still sticking around in the club. He performed well last season. Looking to use him as a backup this season. Carvalho, he's rocking it. He really is a very good player. So here's hoping that he continues to perform very well for us. And, of course, Tunkara. Looking at the transfers that happened over the course of the season. Transfer history. So, coming in, as you guys heard, we have a whole bunch of new players coming in on free. Already went over all of them. Going out, we sold Josh Smith for $600,000 for that player right there. I don't know why he sold for that much, but Middlesbrough wanted to pay it. It's like, okay, if you want to drop 600 grand on a player that will probably never be any more than a League One player at best. Right now, he's kind of a League Two player, honestly. But if you want to drop the money on a Middlesbrough, by all means, take him. I am more than happy to take $600,000 and add it to our budget this season. We sold Musquet to Gateshead, who's actually in League One this season. They were recently promoted, if you remember from last episode. For $120,000. That went a little bit better than I had expected. Kind of wonder if we could have gotten more out of him, but whatever. Musquet was not impressive last season. He's a great League 2 striker. He's not very good in League 1, so we'll see how he performs for Gateshead over the next season. We sold Oliver Davies for $115,000 to Partick Thistle. Again, I wish we could have held on to him. He was a real solid goalkeeper, but it is what it is, and we'll see how he does in a better league. Supposedly better league. He's in Ladbrokes Premiership, 13th in all of Europe. But he's certainly not with the best team. So again, we'll see how he does. It's good luck to him, you know. We also sold Abdi Noor for $85,000, our Somali international. Sold him to Juve Stabia in Italy. There were also other offers from Millwall and I believe also Middlesbrough. I can't fully remember. But ultimately he went for Juve Stabia, or Juve Stabia, I'm not quite sure, over in Italy. So good luck to him. He'll probably get a lot more game time and play better in not League One. As you guys know, Kieran Fenton went to Charlton for $14,000. That was determined before the end of last season. And then Gilchrist and Searle given free transfers as they just were not super great. So in total, we made over $800,000 in transfers, and no small part thanks to Josh Smith being sold for a stupid amount of money. He's a player that came up through our own youth system, but he didn't develop that much in our youth system despite getting good training time and decent coaching. He didn't develop that much, so I'm happy to sell him. He's 18. Hopefully he'll get better. But for now, I'll take the money. Absolutely. As far as the board is concerned, we are doing great. They gave us a lot more staffing options now, so I went ahead and filled that up for the most part. They actually gave me a lot more advised options, but I went ahead and I decided to not fill that up because they don't know what they're talking about, giving me tons and tons of staffing options. So I added a couple more staff members. But by and large, I've let them decrease their advised amount more to what I feel is acceptable. No senior affiliates, never any senior affiliates. Hey, I can ask for another senior affiliate. Let's get some extra income. Alright, so let's set up a suitable club, and of course, that's going to fail horribly. But hey, we got searching for another senior affiliate. Why not? Finances. So over the last chunk here, you can see just this last little bit. Most of our monies come from players sold, and most of our expenses on player salaries, but that's to be expected. Financial fair play lets us go ahead and reach up to $130,000. Now, the board will not give me that much money, which means we are free of fair play for this entire season. We are free of fair play regulations. I'm looking forward to reaping the benefits of being able to grab players on loans. Sponsors haven't changed all that much. We got a little bit more money, but not a lot. Debts were not paid off. They still exist. And I think that's pretty much it. There's not a lot left to talk about. For competitions, we're expected to reach the first round. We're going to enter in the first round for the FA Cup. Great. Capital One Cup, we're actually expected to go to the second round, which is fantastic considering we're matched up against Torquay. We should have a good chance in the Capital One Cup. And then reach the quarterfinals of the John Stones Paint Trophy. We are defending champions. I'm hoping to win again this next season. We'll see. Sometimes the odds are not in our favor, as you guys have seen, especially with the Capital One Cup. We have had a really hard time in that competition. And with the leagues having just been, the last 2 seasons have just been horrible for my personal morale. Like we get so close and then fail like 1 point. It's been really crushing. So to win the John Stones Paint Trophy last year was a nice sigh of relief. I hope to win it this year as well. At least have something, you know? At least get something, because the league has not been kind to us recently. League 1 or League 2. Looking at League 1 for the upcoming season, we are set to go 13th or 12th. Looking for a mid-table, top half position is what people are expecting out of us this season. I'm thinking we can do a repeat playoff position and hopefully push a little bit harder and make it out this next season. We'll see how everything goes. Newly promoted, Gateshead. I'm not sure who else was promoted last season. Some people were promoted from last season, but Gateshead's the one that I remember because they, as a miracle, made it through. They're predicted 22nd. We'll see what happens. Scunthorpe also predicted to go down. So hopefully it'll be a very interesting season this next season. If we go ahead and look at bare minimum. So, League South. Current teams, season preview looking to go down. Tonbridge, 5,000 to 1. Wow. Farnborough and Whitehawk. Congratulations to Farnborough for finally getting up into the VNL. They are actually one of our fierce rivals at Basingstoke. So, to see them up in here, this will be interesting to see how that plays out. I want them to stick around so they can actually be a legitimate rival and not just a worthless, meaningless team to have to go against. In the north, projected to go down, we have Kettering, Ickleston, I'm not sure, and Southport. This should be a tight fight for the promotion as well. VNL, Lowestoft, Aldershot, Dover, Sutton, and Chesterfield, Ebbsfleet. Actually, Ebbsfleet looking to really dominate VNL, go back up to League 2. Good luck to them. In League 2, Morecambe, Rovers, looking to go down. I believe that's it. Yes, just the two. Just the two. Oldham, Morecambe, Leyton Orient, Notts County, all looking to go up this season. League 1, we already saw that, but Charlton, Millwall, Brighton all looking to go up. Portsmouth in the talking as well. The Championship, Plymouth looking to go down with Walsall and Bradford City. Wigan barely holding on. Preston barely holding on. Going up, Hull, Sheffield United, via Burnley, maybe Derby, we'll see. It could be interesting. Premier Division, Chelsea looking to win it all, with United, City, and Arsenal hot on their trail. Possibly going down, Sunderland, Leicester, Bournemouth, and Wolves. Leicester's been in the talking for a long time now, but they've been holding on, so we'll see how this next season plays out for them. Anyways, guys, that will go ahead and do it for the league. Remember, we are in the Olympics. Under 23 Olympics Group D starts today, August 6, 2020. We're up against France, Costa Rica, and Qatar. The group allows two teams from each group. The Olympics allow two teams from each group to progress. So all we have to do is manage second, which means beating Costa Rica and Qatar, and I think we can do that pretty handily. They are teams we should be beating. France is a tough one, so we'll see how we do against them. Brazil and Mali actually tying it up. Brazil not starting off very strong in their group. Spain beating South Korea. Rough for South Korea to be sure, but not unexpected for Spain. Portugal and Japan winning against New Zealand and Mexico. If Mexico fails to get through their group and Japan makes it through, that would be something. Mexico's very strong team and definitely stronger than Japan, but we'll see. Portugal really demolished Mexico, so this could be the end for them. However, guys, that will do it for the episode as a whole. Remember, if you like the video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends. Best thing to do for the channel. As always, thank you for watching. And I will see you guys next time with some more Basingstoke Rags to Riches. There's not a lot left to talk about, so Again, thank you for watching, and DFTBA.